The reason you might want to create different layers in your map could be any number of things. It might make sense to create thematic layers. For example, if you are mapping locations from different text, you might want to have a separate layer for each text. Or for example, I might want one layer that has city locations and another layer that has lines that connect the cities along a path. You could have restaurants in a layer or public parks in a different layer, but the benefit of doing this is that your users can check off and on your layers to be able to isolate different data points. And I'll show you how that looks like now. First, we'll rename our untitled layer to something that's a little bit more useful. I'll call this Favorite Cities. And then from here, I can start adding points. You can find a location by either searching in the text box here, or you can just click and drop a point. I know where I want my point to be, so I'll search for Kathmandu. And then I will add to the map. I can click this and it will automatically add it to my layer. Here's where I can add, if I edit, I can add a description. I can add an image. And then it'll show up in my favorite cities layer. If I decided that I wanted to move this location a little bit, for example, I wanted to say that I should put this over here in Durbar Square, I can just drag my point and it'll automatically update. So I can do that again. This time I'm just going to zoom in and place a point. Again, I'll select the add marker and add a marker over Varna, Bulgaria. Give it a name. And again, I can add a photo. You could add a longer description here, which would probably be a good idea, but just for demonstration. So now I've got my point over there, one in Bulgaria, one in Nepal. So now say I wanted to add a different layer. These are my favorite cities, but I want to add a separate layer. So I can choose this button up here, and I'll call this one Places I've Lived. So let's go back to the US. We'll add Savannah, Georgia here, my hometown. I'll add an image. Save this.